What is the latest exactly on the ground?
Good morning, Francine. So look, some retaliation that has happened this morning from the Iranian side. This is after President Trump told ABC News yesterday that he will hit Iran in a powerful way because of what happened on the day prior, which is when Iran had downed an American helicopter. The crew members were safe, so they ejected. President Trump had said that a red line for him to return back to hostilities would be the death of American troops on the ground. Now, that did not happen, but he felt the need to respond. So the Iranian retaliation came this morning in the shape of attacks against some U.S. bases in the GCC. That includes Bahrain. The U.S. Fifth Fleet was attacked. Kuwait as well had a U.S. base attacked. And then we also saw attacks in Jordan. Iran, on its side, said it will not sit idle in the face of these American hostilities. But for the time being, it looks like the attacks on both sides have stopped. Meanwhile, President Trump did say that the truce talks are ongoing. Our own sources do confirm to us that the truce negotiations are intensely being held, with Pakistan still mediating. Now, we've been hearing this we've heard this a lot of times over the past few months, Francine. But for the time being, again, President Trump seems to be intent on getting this truce, or the MOU, as we've been calling it, that would reopen the Strait of Hormuz and extend the ongoing ceasefire, if we're still calling it that, for the next 60 days or so.
Yes, but Abeer, where does it leave the peace talks?
So yes, look, they're still ongoing according to our sources, according to President Trump. Again, he's mentioned over the past couple of months that he wants to get this deal across the line. He's getting a lot of pressure internally as well, with those polling numbers coming in, and also the elections coming up in November, the midterm elections coming up in November. So he seems intent on getting a deal down the line. Now, there are some concessions that are left on the table. Lebanon, for example, sticking as the last concession point for the Iranians, that are adamant on not getting back to the negotiation tables unless Lebanon is stopped, unless Israel stops attacking Lebanon. Now, Israel does have its deepest incursion in Lebanon over the southern part of Lebanon for the past 25 years. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying he will not stop those hostilities because he's seeing Hezbollah attacking the northern part of Israel. Israel is adamant on protecting itself against the Iran-backed militia in Lebanon. So look, the concession points are still very much on the table. We still haven't talked about the highly enriched uranium, the frozen assets, $24 billion of those, and also the oil sanctions that Iran wants to get through the line again. So those will come at a later stage. But for now, the MOU, or the interim deal negotiations, according to the American side, according to our own sources, are still very much on the table, Francine.